Okay, so individual came to me. He's a trainer in my facility, and he's been with me now for a year and 4 months, year and 5 months. When he came to me in October of 2024, and that year he made about $33,000 or $34,000 for the year. Now he had moved from Austin to Dallas,
Yep.
and when he came here, and by the way, I forgot to mention he's a boxing coach. So he's not only a personal trainer, but he's a boxing coach. That's his main thing. He's a boxer. So boxing already is kind of a low ticket item when it comes to consumers paying for it. That, most people think that, oh, I'll just pay, 10, $15 for it, which absolutely not, because boxing and in a capacity with educated trainer is the price point should be way up there because it's very valuable.
Very unique. Yeah.
Absolutely. So he came here, hesitated a little bit, and then he hit the ground running. Within 3 months, he was making about 6 to 8K a month, which was more than he had ever made in Austin. But for the year of 2025, he made $81,000. So from 34,000, I think I said, to 81,000 is what between years. So he was super excited. He said, I want to make 100,000. This year I want to hit that 100K marker. And I went through the numbers with him. I asked him, how many clients do you have? What price point are you actually charging? How many hours do you actually want to be in the facility? Not what you are, but what you want to be in the facility so you have time for you and your family. What's the difference between private one-on-one, semi-private, group walk-ins? Let's look at all those price points. Let's see what your numbers are at. Well, he's like, if I can make, 10K a month, that would be great. And through the numbers and through everything, I showed him how he can make 20K a month. And he was like, I never could imagine I can make 20K a month. And I said, well, the numbers don't lie. This isn't Marc's opinion. It's the numbers. So now as you're looking at your business, that you could potentially make 20K a month doing exactly what you're doing and also trading time for money, because you could actually limit the amount of clients you have, up your price points on your sessions, and now you have more time with your family.
Yeah.
And
so I asked you, was that about teaching him unit metrics and understanding the cost per acquisition and all of that, or was that actually showing him marketing? And you had a really succinct answer, which was just yes.
Yes.
So again, you're giving these guys, that's an MBA.
Because the one thing that I was teaching them was I said, okay, now that we know your numbers, what the hell are you offering? Mm-hmm. So tell me what you offer. And he was like, well, I offer boxing. And I said, no. Deep. We need to go deeper. What are you offering? And his answers were fundamentals, strength and conditioning, nutrition, skill building, offense and defensive tactics, and general fitness as well. And I told him, I said, so you're missing one. And he goes, what's that? I said, recovery. How do people recover after they're done with sessions with you? And he's like, yeah, I got to write that down. I said, so now that you know what you're offering, you can now put your price point to it, which is much better than just boxing, right?
Right.
And then on top of that, leads to what? And he's like, I know. I said, no, say it. He's like, marketing. I was like, exactly. Because you got to talk on camera. You got to market yourself, and if you can market all these things that you're offering, then people are going to want to buy.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yeah, I love it.
So and he walked out of here with just a clear vision of what's next, which was beautiful. And that's what I love. I love when they walk out here and they're like, and by the way, just for the viewers' knowledge, I take nothing from my trainers' customers. The customers pay the trainer what the trainer tells the customer to pay. The trainer pays me one flat rate every month to rent the space. That's where we're at.
Yeah.